Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, Never Place a Woman Before Your Money, Even If It's Your Wife. Let's get right into it.
Break this down from a couple different spaces. You never, under any circumstances, let a person, people, things, circumstances get in the way of the thing that you know you're supposed to be doing. Your purpose, which ultimately leads to the bag. And I know that people don't want me to say the bag or money or whatever, because they always want to make an excuse as to why they not getting to it or why they didn't fumbled it or anything like that. Money ain't everything. It don't mean nothing. Shut the fuck up. You a liar. You're a liar, and it does mean something, and it means a lot. It's the difference between your daughter taking out student loans and her actually going to college tuition free. It's the difference between being able to get here on a jet or being able to go there on the back of the plane. I mean, it fixes a multitude of things, and I agree. You don't have to love it or worship it, but it doesn't mean that you can't make sure you're intentional about, taking care of business, and then the money comes with it. Anybody that's purposeful, you can't not get to the money. Anybody that's purposeful, it comes along with it. So if I see that you broke, I'm gonna just be frank with y'all today. If I see that you broke, and it's not a temporary thing, because everybody goes through things and life gives you ups and downs and you get layoffs or whatever. If you're always broke and you've always been broke, you've always been dusty and you never get into it, it's because you're not purposeful. And sometimes people aren't purposeful because they allow for other people. Some people just lazy. And then other times people are just middling and they're not really breaking out. And some of y'all got some incredible talent and you just ain't got no work ethic. You ain't got no consistency. The reason that you ain't good is because you ain't been putting your time in. You ain't been nurturing your craft. You ain't been nurturing your purpose. And y'all think that y'all purpose is to create a family or always to be up under a woman. Bruh, let me tell you something, man. I don't care what your relationship status is. You never, ever, as a man that has been married for almost 21 years, you never let a woman get between you and your bag. And anybody that is in the middle or trying to limit me from what it is that I'm supposed to do and say something like, well, you need to spend more quality time, or, oh man, I got to make sure that I can't work overtime because I got to go and make sure I take care of this woman, or I got to make sure I nurture this relationship. That relationship, in my opinion, is not for you. Because anybody that would allow for you to fumble a bag or would place themselves before what would allow for you to be purposeful or meet the expectation of what God has for you as far as you being very intentional and taking care of business, they don't love you. I'm serious. I'm serious as a heart attack. I don't believe that a person loves you if they allows for you to, fumble a bag.
Great point. Look, Anton, I think he's one of the wisest teachers right now in the manosphere. Shout out to him. I'm part of his Patreon group. He teaches a lot of great wisdom. He's a married man. A lot of people think that I'm a heathen because I'm not married. No, I follow some married men and some good married men, especially if they're dropping the knowledge. And the truth of the matter is, most people think that money is the root of all evil. And they actually misquote it. There's a misquotation from the Bible. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. And I personally believe wealth is a spiritual outcome. Wealth is spiritual. Why? Because in order to get money, money is actually just proof that you serve somebody else. If you have $1, it's proof that you gave someone else value. Okay? So when you do go to work and you do a job and you get paid for it, the money itself is a certificate that you serve someone, and God wants us to serve his children, right? And so I believe personally that if you are serving God, you're going to be serving his people. And if you serve his people, you will be wealthy, right? So in fact, to be poor in many ways is evil. And the opposite, if you look at words in Hebrew, the opposite word for rich or wealthy in Hebrew is not poor, it's actually evil. Don't believe me? Just Google it.
An example. I think about, different NBA players like the Ja Morants or all of these type of people, whatever, right? And the people that have historically, gotten in trouble or fumbled the bag. And it doesn't mean that they're not great at what they do, but, they weren't intentional. But I also look at the people that they surround themselves with. And I remember back even in the hood, right, when you was coming up, the hood knew the ones that was going to be successful or that was going to be great but you would still influence what was coming around you. And so the OGs back in the day, it might be a little bit different now, but the OGs back in the day, they would say, hey fam, you can't be around here at this time, bro, because it's not good or whatever. Or they send you home, or they respected your parents and stuff like that. They loved you so much that they knew that they was probably not gonna make it out, or they was involved in some shit, and then they made sure that you got the fuck up out of there because they wanted the best for you. Right? They didn't want you to mess up your future. They didn't want you to fumble the bag. They seen something. They seen the same thing that everybody else seen in you. And when you manifested it, you never really thought about it again, because the culture that we live in is a selfish culture. And we even want people to suffer as a result of our decisions. And I see selfish women on these apps every single day, and they think that a man exists just to serve them, even with their time, even with his time, even with his resources and all of that. And I'm not saying that he can't, make sure that things is taken care of, but I got to get to the purpose first before I focus on you. And if guys don't have this sentiment, whether you're married or whether you're single, and I know some of y'all are so hamstrung and some of y'all are so caught up that this is beyond you. This is not even something that you would consider. This is so far off the reservation, you can't imagine working a couple of extra hours to bring home some better food on the table. Can't imagine it. It's all about making sure that we sit up under that bridge together. If I always believe that no matter how gorgeous they are, no matter how nice they are, I don't think that you can fumble women when it comes to them walking away based off of the fact that you won't spend some extra time or all of that, right? I just don't believe it. I believe that they fumble themselves. And let her go. Let her go. If she don't get up under your program and under your covering, not the other way around. And it's not equal. Please miss me with that. It's not equal. It's so unequal when it comes to men versus women, basically in traditional relationships. And maybe that's why women today say that they want a partner instead of wanting a husband. Traditionally and historically, men went out and they went they went and hunted and they killed. And they could be out there for 3-4 days to make sure that they bring the whole tribe back, whatever it is, that deer meat, you know what I'm saying, that venison. They was gone. Or men traveled far distances and then they would send for their family 2 or 3 years later once they got a secure job and housing and all of that. That wasn't abnormal. But now, for whatever reason, maybe y'all just need a couple history lessons. Now, for whatever reason, y'all think that it's normal for a dude to spend the other 16 hours of his day after the 8 hours that he worked up under a woman. I didn't know that it was a number that I was limited to for how much that I can go and make. And if you telling me that I can run my own business and I can make as much as I can, man, I start seeing people fall off and I'll be like, oh man, they sick or they got a woman.
Every single time he's telling the truth. That's exactly what it is. Every single time. These dudes are either sick, you know what I'm saying? Or sick in the head, man. They got mental illness. Or it's a girl, and I see a lot of people lose empires because of women. Because, listen, I get it. The seductive charm of a woman in many ways is irresistible if she's an attractive woman to you. Okay? But one of the things you have to understand as a man, the growth of a man, is that you have to understand your flesh is weak. And therefore, you need a strong why, a strong guiding force to transcend your flesh, right? To defeat the flesh, to not fall victim to the worldly desires of the flesh. The flesh wants to be pleased all the time. And our ego wants to be stroked. And there's a lot of things we want to do. But let me ask you this. What could be more important than your purpose? Than why you even exist? What could be more important than that? Because we know for a fact you don't exist for Monica. You don't exist for Stephanie. You don't exist for Jessica. You don't exist for Marisol. You don't exist for Brittany. You don't exist for Sarah. Right? You don't exist for one particular woman, but you do exist for yourself to serve other people. And you got to find the way you're designed to serve. What are you designed to contribute to the world? I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you what, if you make it your main focus and you focus on it, I guarantee wealth will follow. I guarantee money will follow. See, a lot of people, you think your purpose is to prove to everybody you're so cool, you're so this, you're so that. I felt that way. I wanted to be a rapper to show people how creative I was. And I was a rapper from like the age 14 to, pre-COVID. And maybe I'll bring back some rap music. Maybe I'll start rapping again now that I have the opportunity, now that I have an audience. But I only gained this audience when I was selfless and I started serving others, not myself. If I wanted to serve myself, I'd put music up on my YouTube all the time. I'd post things that I really care about. I care about a lot of things outside of dating. Trust me, dating's not my main focus. But I do feel like it is one of my purpose to communicate about my knowledge about dating, my understanding about dating, my understanding about money, how to deal with these things as a man. Because I went through the trial and tribulation as well. I've been there too. I've been underneath some beautiful women. I've been in places where I'm achieving massive success. And I'll tell you, success always is more fulfilling no matter how beautiful a woman is in your bedroom, no matter how clean her butthole looks. It's never as fulfilling as success. And so success comes first. And I recommend a book. Go check out my Amazon affiliate link in the description. I recommend this book. I submit to you that this book is one of to me, the finest books on masculinity outside the Bible. It's called The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. Okay? Incredible book. Chapter 7, it says, your purpose comes before your woman. And a lot of people don't understand that. If you want to be a superior man, if you want to be a man that women look up to, you have to put your purpose first. You will never lose women chasing money, but you can lose a lot of money chasing women. Chase your purpose. That's the only thing worth chasing. And you will be rewarded tenfold, right? Because every woman wants a successful man. But what woman wants a desperate, needy, attention-seeking man that always needs her time and attention? Women are supposed to want our time of attention. They're supposed to be desperate for us. We are supposed to be desperate for our purpose, all right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Anton Daniels, man. Give him a subscribe as well. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.